Welcome to Talks and Sips, where fun is the best chaser. I am your host, Jess, aka J Fox, aka Jessica Cisneros, aka my social security card is. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you that. But, we're here helping you get through another week, you guys. Another week of ebbs and flows. And I would say it's another sip episode happening right now, another sip-worthy week. And today we have an awesome human here on the show with us. What's your name? What's your sign? Who you with?
Hey.
Her name is Hey. Just kidding.
I'm Sarita.
Sarita. Is it Sarita or Sarita?
It's Sarita.
Ooh. Sarita, what's your social? No, I'm just kidding. 522. This is kind of like a Galentines episode. Today is February 8th, which, let me confirm, it is. So, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Galentine's Day?
Yeah, Galentine's Day. And I was like, well, what the heck? Like, we always celebrate random holidays all the time. We just have so many holidays that just help us have meaning for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, what is the true meaning of Valentine's Day? So, of course, I went to where everyone goes, the World Wide Web, Google. And I was like, okay. And it says, it originated as a Christian feast day honoring one or two, early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine. And though later folk traditions, it has become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world. And I was like, so we're celebrating
commercial.
And so I was like, but where does the love part come in,
Yeah.
And so I think next week I'll do a big deeper dive, because I hear the actual story is really, really crazy, and there's a lot of death, and you guys love death out there. You guys are all about the true crime.
I love the true crime.
See, a good true crime. Women, we love it. Why do we love it?
I listen to murder podcasts while I cook.
You're like cutting into the steak.
Exactly.
Or the chicken.
Exactly.
And you're like, yes.
Then they found the body. Oh, it's really grotesque.
Really? Oh my God. Where did they bury it? So apparently a guy named Valentine defied the emperor's order and secretly married couples to spare the husbands from war. And for this reason, that day is associated with love.
Oh, I did not know. I knew that there was like a Saint Valentine, but I actually had no idea like why it was associated with love.
Yeah,
that makes
sense. But I want to know, what you sipping?
What am I sipping?
Yeah.
Well, I'm literally sipping some ahas. Aha. I brought you one.
Thank you. No one ever brings me bevies.
I brought straws.
I love it. This is starting out to be the best Galentines already. Come on, straws. Straws. Hey, so I just, can I share something that I read on the internet?
Please.
Okay, so we're opening.
Aha.
The ahas are open. The straws are going in. For those that don't get video, Spotify and are on Apple. But Apple is king. ASMR people. Well, thank you for bringing these sparkling ahas in and the straws to go with it. This is so cute.
This has been getting me through dry January.
Yeah, dry January. Okay, so you are the infamous. Yes, she happens to be who we spoke on 2 weeks ago's episode with KJ.
Oh,
the roommate.
Infamous roommate.
Woo! She is famous. She's infamous. She is infamous. Okay, so you both were going through a dry January.
Yes, still, yes.
What was, I know it's hard, and not because I'm saying you guys are alcoholics by any means, but I know, we're young, we're vibing, we live in the city, just picture this, you're at the dirty laundry. No.
God.
And you have
stomping grounds.
You're a stomping ground with 4 different rooms. They're all doing different things. And you're just, you're having to dance and look at people grind on each other soberly.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. But, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about like I don't drink alcohol, but I definitely will smoke some little bit of cannabis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're totally
so
allowed.
okay.
Well, people drink cannabis too.
They do. And I mean, I've never consumed it via liquid, but I definitely still smoke a little bit, and that's kind of what's been getting me through the. Like I'm still doing dry. I'm trying to do dry January all the way through to like mid February for just, other reasons.
You're so close.
I'm so close. I'm going on vacation in like a week or so. So like I'm trying to like make sure like I'm trying to like just extend
purge, clean. Where are you going?
Going to Hawaii.
How fun.
With my parents.
Oh, how fun. Fun. They're watching this. Be good. But no, it's really funny because if you're going to Hawaii with your parents, I feel like when I was younger, I'm like, I don't want to go on this trip with you, family. And now I'm like, yes, buy me stuff.
It's like I bought the plane ticket. I bought it myself. I was like, I'll buy it myself. But then, well, it's all right. They're paying for the accommodation.
I mean, yeah. You're like, I'm staying on a twin. I'm staying on a twin.
I'm staying
bunk
on a Murphy bed. I'm not even joking. I'm staying on a Murphy bed. They don't even have an actual bed for me. I'm not complaining. I'm still gonna be in Hawaii.
You're gonna be this White Lotus all over again. They're gonna put you in the kitchen.
Oh my god. If only.
You're like, please give me privacy as I'm on this Murphy bed. That's fun though.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw your family?
It was Thanksgiving, so it wasn't,
too long ago.
That long ago. So Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. And then are you guys going for any reason or just to go?
My mom wants to be in warm weather.
Oh.
So they're going, and I kind of just tagged along with them. That's how that worked out, because they have a habit of going on these like elaborate vacations around my birthday. My birthday's March 12th.
How dare they?
I know.
Parents.
And so like for my 25th birthday, they went to Tahiti without me.
Oh.
And they instead sent me home. My hometown is in Colorado, to go watch the animals while they were, in their overwater bungalow.
In Tahiti. They're like, if you can pick up all the dog shit.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, great. So
the dog is currently on meds right now, shitting all over the place, and you just really got to get in there with a sponge.
I was like, great. Okay. Oh, sure. So then this time they're like, we're going to Hawaii. It's not necessarily like, it's close-ish to my birthday, but it was close enough where I was like, screw this, like I'm coming with you.
This is it.
I'll buy my ticket. I can afford my ticket now. But, I'm coming.
You're not taking me.
Exactly.
And I'm going.
Exactly.
I'm ignoring you for half the trip. How dare you? Oh my God, that's good. Okay, well, I hope you have just the best delicious sips out there.
Thank you.
And
I'm looking forward to it.
Hawaii. Okay. So what is something that like has annoyed you being, you're not operating at your normal, hydration levels.
Normal hydration levels.
So what is something like even at home you're like, this is annoying me?
Like that he does, or that just in general?
Roommate in general? Yeah. Like January, You're like, oh my God.
I'm realizing how cluttered my room can be. And
spring is around the corner.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things that annoys me right now is like after I wash my hair.
Ironically, she did this last night.
This last night. When I figured out there's going to be a video, like I washed my hair and I blow dried my hair and the cord, comes out from the wall.
Yeah.
And I have like, bottles of like, face shit, all this crap. And when I'm blow drying my hair, like the bottles are up and then the stupid cord's like knocking them
down
all the time. And it annoys me so much.
Yeah. You're just trying to freaking blow dry your damn hair.
Yeah, that, and then I'm just realizing, fuck, I have so much fucking clutter in my bathroom sink. And then in my room too, I realized like I have a good sized room. I just don't have a lot of furniture in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So like I don't know. There's like a lot of things I'm just realizing. I'm like, wow, like I've lived in this spot for like 2 years.
How am I still living like this?
Exactly. Like I need more like furniture. I just don't have it.
What do you have in
lazy.
there?
I have a bed.
Cool.
I have a bedside table.
Okay. All right. We're getting
I have
there.
a dresser.
Okay. All right.
I have a bookshelf, and I have a desk.
That's a lot of furniture.
It sounds like a lot, but here's the thing. My desk has no chair.
Oh, what are you sitting on?
I don't sit there. It's collecting clutter. It has my monitor that I don't use.
Oh no.
And it has like random like papers and stuff that I should probably just toss or shred.
Okay. So you're overdue for a Watergate. Got it. And your clutter table could easily be a makeup table, but it's not a makeup table. It's just like gathering dust.
Exactly. It's just I just have so much like crap. It is annoying me. It's really annoying me. It's really annoying me, and I'm trying to clean out my closet. Trying to do a lot of stuff.
Okay, so spring is coming.
Yes.
And you're very close to... I'm very curious how you're going to feel about this clutter when you start drinking again.
I feel like, and the whole like dry January thing, that was more like for my fitness levels. Like I just really wanted to lay back and cut the calories like that way and just see like what would happen if I just like took that out. It wasn't really for
sobriety.
Yeah, because I didn't ever think I had a problem. It was more for, I just wanted to see like how it would feel like for me fitness wise. Like I've got really dry skin. I wanted to see how it would affect that. And to be honest, like it hasn't really affected that much.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it would make that much of a difference really. It just, I think over the weekends though, when I'm not going out and I'm not doing all this stuff, like I'm more of a homebody and I'm in and I'm like reading and I'm like, like watching movies or like, writing or whatever. And I'm just like realizing like I'm spending more time in my home space and I'm realizing like, okay, that's really annoying me. That's really annoying me. Like that. So that's, I feel like when my dry January's or whatever dry period of time ends, like I think I'll, be out more and then it'll probably just annoy me less.
So the key is to not be home enough.
Not be home enough to notice it. And I already spent like way too much time like not home, but like over the weekends now I'm like,
okay, so you were originally doing it for fitness reasons.
Yes.
Awesome. I heard you guys mention something about your gym and some weird stuff happening at your gym. Do you want
weird shit happening at the gym?
What's the latest and greatest?
Well, I mean, I always joke with KJ about my gym husbands. I have about like 3 or 4 gym husbands there.
Okay.
They don't know I exist.
Oh, I see.
But they are there.
And they're there every time you go.
Yeah, one of them, it happens that way. It just ends up that way. Like I end up going like in the evening and one in particular, I'm like, it's great. But other than that, like there is like, there's always weird shit happening there. Like, I'm sure Cage probably told you the story about the Vulture.
No.
Okay, so this guy,
Who's the Vulture?
We haven't seen him in a while, but there's this guy. We call him the Vulture because he likes to. I'm pretty sure he's like a rock climber or something, but he likes to stack a bunch of those like those boxes.
The wooden ones, or
the what are they called? The
they're like styrofoamy.
The box jump up.
Yeah.
Box jump boxes. I don't know what they're called. He likes to stack them like really high, and then he would like to like
jump
climb on
them?
top and then just sit there.
Oh,
Just sit there. And then
and you guys called it the Vulture.
and then just like look up around and but he just looked like a vulture. But then every time, this has happened about 3 or 4 times, like because we noticed this, he would see like a pretty girl, he would literally jump down and be like, hey, so I was wondering, like, and just like try to like,
pick up on her at the gym?
Pick her up at the gym. And so that's why we called her the Vulture, because like every time like he was there, he was sitting up on a perch and you'd see a
waiting
pretty girl
for his next
like,
mate.
Like flying down to see to find her.
Oh my God. Well, maybe he's not there anymore because he finally caught
found
a lady.
the one. Maybe he found the one.
You go, Vulture.
You go, Vulture.
Oh my God. Is this true? I don't know if this is just rumor, but was there an orgy in the sauna at your gym?
It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me.
The type of people?
Yeah, for sure. It would not surprise me at all. I've heard rumors. This is not the first time I've heard this rumor. I've heard about this years ago. I've heard about it not at this gym, but at another gym down the road as well. And it would make sense. Like, I have a very close friend who is gay, and he would tell me that this shit would happen in the
men's locker sauna.
Yeah. He told me that. And I don't remember if he told me he was part of it or not, but he did tell me, like, it definitely happens.
Oh no.
So it would not surprise me at all. Like that, none of this weird stuff happens in the women's locker rooms.
Okay. Only the men's.
I feel like there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in the men in the men's locker rooms, and that over there. But yeah, the women we're pretty tame. We're not having orgies in the steam room. Not that I know of. No one's invited me.
Why aren't they inviting me?
I don't know.
What are the hours that these orgies in the bathroom are happening in the women's saunas?
I probably, like, when I'm not there, probably in the middle of the day. And men, I bet it's probably happening like in the evening, because that place is open late. So
yeah, it's going down at 9 o'clock. Yeah. Babe, why are you home so late?
Sorry.
I was hitting
a little steamy.
Oh, I was at the gym getting a workout in. Okay, but you're home more often.
Yes.
And yes, she is. And so basically, totally side tangent. Sorry, I somehow stumbled on some information about nose jobs and different types of cosmetic things.
Okay.
You know how the articles pop up? Anyway.
Yeah.
And so basically, I was like, oh, interesting. Like, what all goes into that, right?
Yeah.
And ironically, you have this straw here, and I love it because I'm like, I'm not having to drink out of this dirty rim. Like, it's beautiful.
Cute. Goes with your little logo.
So cute. First of all, if you get one of those, whoa, I didn't know this. You can't brush your teeth for the first 2 weeks.
Why?
Because this part of your face, where your upper lip is at, is connected to your nose, and you can't drink out of a straw because you can't.
Because it it brings everything.
You can't do this. Anyway, these are weird side tangents. Sorry, I thought that was very fascinating. I'm like, so do you just not eat for 2 weeks?
That makes sense. Like,
what?
I mean, everyone can do what they want. I'm all for women, anyone doing whatever they want to their face, body, whatever. But that would make sense. How sometimes I see women or see people just like not move like their their upper lip.
Interesting.
And I wonder if like
they got something done. Yeah. It says it takes like a year.
Oh, Jesus.
To heal.
I would never do that.
It's a commitment, that's for sure. Okay, sorry. So you're watching movies and you're watching stuff at home. And so basically the meme that I brought in today for you.
Okay.
I will turn this around so you can see it. And it's basically a bunch of like men, and they have swords, and they're all coming to the center with their swords. And basically, because we started watching The Last of Us.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And so it's like Game of Thrones fans, I'm in. The Last of Us fans, I'm in. Star Wars fans, I'm in. And it's like loving Pedro Pascal.
Absolutely. Fucking goat.
He is so,
I love him.
Yeah. I have no frame of reference at all for like the game because I've never played it. I've never, whatever. But then I was like, zombies? Hell yeah. Because I'm basic like that. And... But then I was like, Pedro Pascal, hell yeah. And of course, little Lady Mormont from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot they were in the show together.
Yes.
In different seasons.
Parts.
Like he was dead before she even showed up.
He was very dead, very gross before little lady showed up. And so I was like, she's gonna appreciate this. Have you seen him in any of the Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, in The Mandalorian.
Okay, so.
Wait, that's what he was in, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I'm not a Star Wars person. Don't come for me.
There's too many offshoots right now. I can't keep up. I just watched the first season of The Mandalorian and I was like, okay, I'm done.
I'm like that lady with the mad symbols.
Yeah.
It's just, it's too much. It's too much. But I was like, okay, I can follow along. On smaller things. That's why I was able to do like House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Even White Lotus is barely on season 2. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I can deal with this.
Slows it down. And it builds the hype.
Exactly. And wow, are we this old that we're like here for weekly episodics instead of the binge? What?
I love a good binge. I still do love a good binge. But I think the issue, and that's funny, I was actually talking about this with KJ. The issue is that with like the constant release of all the Star Wars shows and all like the Marvel stuff, there's no more hype. Like it's just so constant and like one on top of the other that you're not excited anymore. So it's like I'm not like I used to like Marvel and I don't anymore because it's so like there's so much and you realize it's so commercialized and it's so overdone that it's just to me it's like everything's lost its charm.
Yeah.
So I mean there was like that big hype, you know, in 2015 when they relaunched Star Wars, and it's just not there anymore. There's so much happening. It just doesn't make you excited anymore. It's like it's overkill. It's like too much of a good thing.
Yeah. And then I think it's kind of like it reminds me of the concept of like when you eat something you really like and you're like
too much sugar.
Yeah. And you're like and then you eat it so much. There's people like that'll eat the same meal over and over because they love it so much to the point
flaming hot mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's
eat it too much.
I may or may not have a bag of hot Cheetos in my passenger side door, and Josh just drove away with my car. Evidence, the evidence.
Oh my god.
And you know, it's I think it's you're onto something. I think everyone's just feeling like oversaturated, like just
oversaturated. That's the word.
It's oversaturated.
Right.
They put too much salt in the dish.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, and it's a bummer because, you know, like especially with the Marvel formula, before you got to like Endgame and all of those movies, like you got a movie maybe every year and a half. And I think that's what it is too. Like once they introduced TV shows and they started because I know the Eternals or not the Eternals. What was the show with Mr. Coulson? He had his own show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's what it was. And they had their show going on, and it kind of interwove with the releases of the Marvel movies, but not really. And so you're like, oh, okay, like this is almost a standalone thing with characters you recognize, but it's not like dependent on that story for this other story to move on, you know? And here you have that where it's like phase a million. So everything's like...
Yeah, it doesn't give you time to digest.
No way. So yeah, I think, but I think Marvel sees that, and that's why so many things are not coming back. Yeah. But it's really funny because someone made the comparison recently that we complain about like too much of a good thing. So it's like we don't like this anymore. We've had it. This is getting redundant. And then they try something new, and we're like, we don't like this. This is new and unfamiliar. Yeah. Give us back the redundant. And you're like, hold on, guys. Consumers, what do you want?
Yeah. Just chill.
Speaking of chill or no chill, though, I do want to bring up these other memes. Okay. Because we're on this Galentine journey right now.
Yes.
And basically, chill or no chill, there's this trend that was happening last month that really caught my attention. And someone did like a screenshot of this moment. Okay. And it's women on TikTok are sharing the wildest texts they've ever received from dudes. And so it's her and it's like baby with a heart as his like name, his contact name. So obviously there's some emotional investment there. Yeah. And then he goes, hey, can't talk with my girl. And she goes, did you forget we're dating? Question mark, question mark,
what?
Question mark. And then he replies with a question mark. And she's like, wow. Like, what? Does that make sense at all?
What? No. Like, what the?
Yeah. So basically, he's I don't know. I don't want to assume, but I'm going to say he's cheating or something.
For sure.
For sure. There is infidelity.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. And so it made me think like, oh, okay. So it started a trend where people were like, hey, oh man, like, what is the craziest thing a guy has ever said to you? And it's like, oh, because sometimes they can be clueless. And that's why I'm so happy, because it's like, I found a keeper who I adore. He's the best.
Josh is great.
Josh is really great. Like he helped set up today, and he's like feeling sick and he had to cancel on people because he instead of being like, oh, everyone, let's hang out and watch The Last of Us.
We were supposed to hang out later tonight.
I know. And he's like, if I'm sick like that, like, I don't want to get them sick. And I'm like, that's so nice. I would have got them all sick. But, you know, whatever. And so, yeah, and it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
What's like the craziest experience you've had on a date with some jabronis out there?
Ooh. I got some good ones.
Yes. Bring them.
Okay. I think the worst one that I ever went on was, this was like, I hadn't dated in a while, and I went out on a date with this guy. It was like still like COVID restrictions were starting to lift, but they were still, you know, somewhat, you know, locked down. So like you couldn't really go into like a restaurant, whatever. So anyways, I met this guy on Bumble, and we went out on a date. He lived in like Venice area.
Ooh. So on top of that, you guys have different zip codes.
But that doesn't really bother me. Like, whatever, it's fine.
You work on the west side.
I work on the west side. Yeah. So I mean, at that time I wasn't working on the west side, but like I was like, whatever, it's fine. I'll just drive. So I meet him down on like Venice, and he's like, let's meet in front of like this restaurant. So I'm waiting for him, and I'm looking, and then I see him, and he walks like, and he's like almost about to like walk right past me, and I'm like, hey, it's me. He was like, yeah, okay, come on, let's go. I'm like, okay. So we're walking, and then
first red flag.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right. And I was like, hi, nice to meet you.
Whatever. Yeah, you're being your cute, bubbly self, of course.
And we walk, and he's like, do you mind if we stop in this MedMen real fast?
Nope. Second red flag.
Oh, it gets better. Oh, this is just the beginning.
Speaking of which, did he pick up one of those weed cans? I'm just obsessed with them because I can't open them.
I think he did.
What a twist.
I think he did. So we went to MedMen, and we were like, you know, looking around, whatever. And I got some stuff, whatever. He got like a bunch of stuff, and I forget what his job was, but he was like talking to the people who worked there in such a rude way. He was like, this is like so overpriced. Like, you guys aren't making, like, I don't understand like how you guys are making any money.
Third red flag.
And he was like, and the guy was like, well, you know, we're having a great discount area over here if you'd like to take a look. He's like, that's not discounted. Like, this is all such bullshit. And I was like, what the hell?
And who am I dating right now?
This was the first date too. I was like, what the hell? And he was like, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He was like, this isn't discounted far enough. Like, I don't understand how you guys are making money. And the guy, again, the store clerk was very kind. He was like, well, the reason I like this company is because on top of, you know,
we pay our people, right?
We pay our people, and I'm a veteran, and they give veteran discounts. And this was, again, he said this after, you know, this guy paid. And the guy paid was like, you guys give veteran discounts? And he was like, yes, we do. He was like, I'm a veteran.
Oh, no.
And I was
mean,
like,
no to the veteran part. But the fact that he's about to be like, hold up, fix my charge.
Yes. He was like, I'm a veteran. Can you give me a discount? And the guy was like, well, unfortunately, the charge has already gone through. Yeah. Well, he's like, do you have your military ID on you? He's like, no.
Oh my.
And he was like, well, I'm sorry, like, I don't have it. If you don't have it, I can't do anything. It's like, fuck you. And I was like, what? And then we walk out of the store. He's like, fuck you, and you guys suck. I don't understand why I'm here. I'm like, you literally just spent about $400, you know, at this place, and you're saying, so we walk out, and we're walking down the street, and it's quiet, and I look at him, and I'm like, I didn't know you were a veteran. And he looked at me, he's like, I'm not.
I've ran out of flags.
No. It gets even better, because I should have run then. And trust me, I will tell you later about the therapy session I had after this. After this, we go to like a restaurant, and we went to like Delana, and we got some food, and we were talking about the pandemic, and then I found out he's like an anti-vaxxer. And I was talking about like how like excited I am to get the vaccine, because I'm like, I can't wait to go see my family. I can't wait to do stuff. And he was like, you know, that will cause like a lot of issues with your infertility. And I was like,
oh, okay, this man already wants to pop you're a petri dish.
I'm like, well, first of all, like I'm like, all right, we're like, that's none of your business. Also, that was a rumor, and it was not true. Like, that's been debunked and all of this. And I was like, okay, like I should just like, okay, older, wiser me now. I should have just walked away like a long time ago. But I was like, all right, fuck, whatever. Whatever. We'll just finish this date. So we got food and we're like, okay, well, I was like, well, should we just eat like outside here? And he was like, he's like, I have a table like in my car. Like, do you want to just like eat by my car? And I'm thinking in my head.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking in my head, okay, this man probably has like an SUV with like a picnic table because like my parents have like a CRV and it came with a little picnic table. And I'm thinking it's that.
CRVs are cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
He walks me back to a camper van and I'm like, okay.
Like his bed was in there?
Like it was just like, I guess he was like living the van life now or something. Or he just like lives it. Huh? But I was like, okay, it was just his car. It was just weird. So we go in there and we're sitting he goes and we're eating. And then he literally has these bags from Erewhon, like these big bags. And he's literally taking each item out and telling me what it is and how much it costs. And says like, I only shower on this water because it doesn't have any hard metals. Guess how much this water costs? I'm like, I don't know. He's like $20. I'm like, great. And he's like, this is like, then he brings out another bottle and it's like raw yak milk.
Oh my God.
And he starts drinking it in front of me. And then he asks,
is he
like,
real?
It was real. And I'm like, what is happening? And then the best part was like, he was asking me like about like my ethnicity. And then he got really racist. He was like, you know, the thing about Indian people is that they're like really smart, but they don't know how to apply themselves. And I was like, I'm done. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna leave now, bye. So I literally like I rushed out of there.
Wow.
That was horrifying. And I rushed home. I was like, this is insane.
I can't give this man -5 stars on this Bumble app. They should add that though.
They really should. I was like, what is happening? And then later on my therapy session, I was telling her, like, I was like laughing about this with my therapist, and my therapist was really concerned. She was like, Sarita, I'm worried that you're unable to identify red flags.
Your red flag meter is busted.
She's like, you should have gotten out of there like immediately. I mean, she didn't say it that way, but she was like, I'm very concerned that you're unable to spot red flag.
She said, does it need batteries? Does it need the Energizer? Is it solar powered? Do we need the Tesla plug-in for this red flagometer?
Yeah.
Because that shit is busted.
Yes, basically.
Wow. Yeah. But also, like, it's fascinating because you were, maybe that's the bias in me as your amiga. I don't know. But I'm like, here she is giving him all this grace, giving him room to kind of like not be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait. You're giving me a hand. I'm taking your arm. He just like progressively gets worse and worse and worse. And this is like the identity of a trash human being. Yeah. It's incredible. Like I don't know if it's because I work half from home or because I actually never really did the dating apps before anyway. Yeah. So Trash. I didn't know that it can get that bad out there.
Oh, it can get really, I mean, that's not, I have stories for days. That was the most like, I don't know, memorable one for how like batshit crazy it was.
That's batshit crazy.
Oh my God. There was a guy who took me on a date to In-N-Out in cargo shorts and flip-flops.
Oh, okay. So I'm not that mad at that. I mean, the In-N-Out part, okay, I'm a little upset about. Yeah. But what's wrong with the cargo shorts and the flip-flops?
It was because I got cute. And he had a foot fetish, I found out later.
Oh my God. He Ed Sheeran'd you to the Beyonce.
It was really bad.
Oh my God.
It's...
So your red flagometer, is it back? Is it working?
Oh, hell yeah. The minute anyone does anything weird now, I'm immediately like, nah, I'm out. Like, I'm out. And like back then I should have just walked out the minute I saw how he treated people at MedMen. I was like, I will not associate with people who treat people like that. That's terrible.
You're reminding me of a story. And I think back then I was kind of like the same. But the thing is that I had gone on this date with this person. Do not remember how I met him. Yeah. Maybe at an event of some sort. Yeah. And I remember we went on our first date. We went to go eat somewhere. And then and I think for me, I was like, oh my God. It was in the middle of us eating that he's like, oh, I need to step outside right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, maybe he needs to have a cigarette. ill, but maybe he needs to have a cigarette. No, he went out there to smoke weed in the middle of dinner and then came back.
Of dinner?
In the middle!
The fuck? He didn't even invite you? That's rude.
I'm just like, I wasn't smoking. I still don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I really wasn't smoking back then. And so I was like, how are you going to just, like, your entree is out, homie. Like, we're past tapas. I don't understand how you're going to get up in the, sorry, your meal doesn't slap enough right now. You need to go get high in the middle of this day.
Maybe it slapped too much. He's like, I need to experience this even more. He's like, 1 second, babe. I gotta experience this even more.
My tongue. Okay. Enough of trash men. What memes have you brought in today? Or not memes, but you brought in.
I brought in like meme. Okay, here's the thing. I love a good meme. I like TikTok right now, and one of the memes like I still cannot get over is the on the noble quest to find where men get the audacity.
Oh my God, is that a trend? Is that what
it was a trend? And I cannot get over it because it uses like the National Geographic sound or whatever, or like was it Eyewitness or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, for the people. On a noble quest to find where men get the audacity. Oh my God. It's hilarious because they're legitimately
on
an airplane.
Yes.
In the sky.
Yes.
Looking for where men get the audacity.
Searching for it.
Oh my God. There needs to be one where a woman's like in space.
I mean, for fucking real. I think there probably is one. I'm sure there is.
Oh my God.
Dig a little deeper.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this next one you brought me?
Okay, this is a trend that's been going around, and it's with the sound from Titanic. And it's a person on a boat going away, and the one that I brought in. So I follow like some Danish people. So like I don't know if you know this. So I'm learning Danish. Been learning it for a while.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Get it, girl. So would that make you like quadrilingo or? How many languages do you know?
I mean, I know English.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the look I gave her. Yes, and more. Yes.
I know English. I used to speak German like pretty well. It's so rusty right now.
Oh my God.
So I can't speak it very well. So I used to consider myself like somewhat bilingual, but nah, I'm still just English. Danish is becoming a little bit easier for me to get into right now.
Why Danish though?
Oh, that's a story. Like it's not that exciting. I went to Scandinavia a few years ago and I loved it so much, and then found out like that Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish, they're all mutually intelligible.
Oh.
So if you speak one, you can pretty much understand like what the other is saying. Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I should have chosen Norwegian. Would have been a lot easier.
Oh no.
I chose Danish because I have a cousin who lives in Denmark.
Oh, genius. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's worth it's worth the struggle bus for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Okay, in here it says, me traveling back in time to make sure I'm born in England simply because user 100p Day91 said my Danish accent is cringe.
And this woman is Danish, and she can speak like all like the Scandinavian languages, and it's the meme of like her sailing on a boat.
I love these. I don't know who came up with this, but this is genius.
It's great. It's
shoving people on a fucking paddle boat out in the lake in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
looking on a journey. Wait. Oh my God. And her face. So good. These are great. Right. Okay. You sent me.
I sent you a whole ass page of Pasha from this guy named Pasha.
Who is Pasha?
He's the guy who does a trauma at me.
What is that?
He does like he does this he talks about stuff in like Gen Zers or like millennials, like in, you know, New York or whatever, or like, dear manager, I am now sending you this PTO request because your work gives me trauma.
A trauma.
The trauma.
Oh my gosh.
But he's insane. I love him. Every single TikTok he does includes like slaps. Every single one like says trauma.
Oh my god. Okay, this looks funny.
2022, what a year. My top song was Harry Styles. I'm so unique. You know it's not the same because I have a trauma. Can't wait to tell everyone.
And it's spelled trauma. Troma. And so basically, for those that do not have the Spotify video option, get on it. Basically, it looks like he's in a beautiful high-rise penthouse glass, wearing some type of snuggie, very cozy. Yeah, look at him. He looks, oh my god.
Pasha, I want to meet you so bad.
Pasha. And it's like him basically like, look at my Spotify Wrapped, which again, Spotify is the only company out there that makes it cool to be tracked. Just throwing it out there. We're all like, yes, tell me what I've been listening to. Tell me. And basically he's like, I'm so unique. And he's the voice of everyone.
It's everyone. I think that's why I love him, because he's the voice of everyone. Like what everyone actually is thinking.
Yeah. He's like, you know, I can't wait to tell everyone. I'm just so special. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, my favorite song was Harry Styles. Why? Because I have trauma.
Because I have trauma. Trauma. I love
These are such great finds.
He's great.
These are really good. Okay, well, thank you for showing me this new Pasha character.
Yes,
that's really fun. Speaking of trauma, and just basically the audacity of men, and in our Galentines episode, I found this, and I don't know if it's true, so don't quote me, but somewhere on Twitter, someone goes, you guys, there is a new dating show called MILF Manor. MILF Manor, and it's all these moms looking to date younger men.
Oh no.
And the plot twist is that the men competing for them are their own sons.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
No way.
Yeah, I assume they're like dating each other's moms. Anyway, if you guys know, please let us know.
Sounds like a porno. That sounds really...
MILF Manor.
No.
The audacity. That
someone could even come up with that.
Why?
That's disgusting.
It's so gross. Okay, and so in the process of the meme search, okay?
Yes.
Basically, these are Gen Z created memes,
okay,
and it's a text message between two people, and it's like, and I need your help deciphering this.
Okay.
This is a Gen Z meme. What does it mean?
Okay.
Dave just fucking died.
Who's Dave?
The guy we had in our basement.
Okay. Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. What does this mean?
I think. Here's what I think. Okay. I think that Gen Z, who I love so much, I think they're so random that they don't care. They will just show you what's happening.
Yeah.
And this guy made a cheesecake. He made a cheesecake. It's not a very beautiful cheesecake.
No. But it looks like that it looks like that cheese, that Latino, like the Mexican cheese.
Yeah.
The
queso fresco.
Yeah, queso fresco. And it looks like it's gone.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Queso fresco cheesecake.
Well, thank you. I have no idea what this meant, but I always like to just look at them and try to figure out what they mean.
Who's Dave? The guy we had, Dave just fucking died. Who's Dave? The guy who had a basement. Okay, here's the thing though. Okay. I relate a lot to the guy who's like, who's Dave? Mm-hmm. Okay, cheesecake, because there have been times when my friends have given me some news.
Okay.
Or told me something like, what the fuck, Sarita? Like, this just happened. And I'm like, okay.
Detachment of emotion. Wait, what? Say it again?
I'm like, look at this cat.
Oh.
Or, cool. Or I'll just be like, okay. and then just said something totally random.
Oh my gosh.
I'm really like, yeah, it's bad.
It's like you are potentially born in the wrong.
I think I really am. I think I identify a lot more with Gen Z than I do like millennials. Yeah,
makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
I need to bring you more. I need to bring you often in here because
please.
Yeah, I'd
love to.
There's so many memes I do not understand out
I'll
there.
be the meme. I can be the meme translator.
Hey. Okay, did you bring an unanswerable question today?
Oh my God. I was actually thinking about this yesterday in the gym.
Ooh.
And it's kind of going to get kind of dark really quickly.
Let's turn off the lights.
I've been I don't know if it's just like me having like existential crisis or something.
Makes sense. It happens.
I've been thinking a lot about like death.
Oh my God.
And specifically like I've been literally like awake at night just thinking like I'm here now as a young person.
Yeah.
What is going to happen in like 60 years or whatever when I'm older? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to die. Like, how is that going to feel? Like, will I be ready or will I be like not ready? Or like, will I just accept it? With like, what is like the world even going to look like then? And I just really thought about like the fact that I'm going to die.
Oh my God. Well, we're all going to die eventually.
Yes. But that's just like, that's been keeping me up at night.
Okay. I don't know, man. I think if you are super duper old and you're going to die because there's more of a realization that it's coming closer. I don't know. Like, are you really thinking about it that much? Or are you just like, fuck, I'm tired. Let me go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish it was that. It just, I don't know. Like, I just remember like laying in bed and I'm just like, what is death going to be like?
Yeah. Like, what's going to happen after I don't wake up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is where the Christians would come in and say,
have you heard the good news?
Mm-hmm. About our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Some people go, you reincarnate and you don't remember.
You know, that's another thing. Because I was also thinking, because I believe in, like, I believe in like our souls live like multiple lives, and I think I think that's also like a coping mechanism for me to believe that. Mm-hmm. But I've always like wondered, if we've lived like multiple lifetimes, why are we conscious like right now?
Right. Like, yeah. And why can't I remember?
Like what, like if I was like alive in like the 1800s, like why, like was I conscious like right then, like back then, or is it like only happening like right here, right now?
Who knows?
Is it only like purely scientific?
Our poor brains aren't equipped to handle. That's why we only use like teeny tiny % of the actual brain mass to do anything and exist. However, I will say this. I think too much, what is it? And people love to say knowledge is power. And so what if too much knowledge is too much, like too much of a good thing?
Too much.
Yeah. Too much. Yeah. But the other day, I was caressing and canoodling TMI Joshua. and I'm notorious for saying this stupidest shit to him. And I go, wow. And I'm like scratching his back and like patting his back. And I go, wow, this is your meat suit.
What?
And he's like, that's not weird, babe. And then I was like, I've been watching true crime podcasts episodes on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. No, but I did say that to him and he's like, all right. Or sometimes I'll joke around and I'll like, because he calls me like, I do koala hugs. I koala hug him. And so then I'll go and I'll hug him from behind. Yeah. And then I'm like, what if we were a human centipede?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it gets weird. I just say the stupidest shit all the time. And he goes, okay, but then you have to be the back. And I'm like, I don't want to eat your shit. or take your shit. Girls out there, don't be taking the man shit. The audacity. Don't do it.
Audacity.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to say my unanswerable question is nowhere near as cool as yours.
Okay.
Well, because we've been going to the movies and doing a lot more movie partaking.
Yeah.
My question is, which armrest is yours in the movie theater?
I come in with some like existential shit. I come in with some deep stuff.
Deep as fuck. Deep.
Yours is, which one is the armrest? Okay, here's what I think.
Okay.
I think, because I've also thought about this like on airplanes and stuff.
Yeah. Which one's your armrest?
Okay. If you're in, because we had this issue. I'm not gonna lie, we had this issue. We went and saw a movie together like a month or so ago, and I was stuck, and I don't think I had an armrest because
you were surrounded by boys.
That's true.
The audacity, like the trauma.
We have there was there are a lot of guys in our friend group.
There's a lot of guys. That's why I was like, I'm getting all the girls together because all the girls that I'm getting together are basically boy girls, meaning that we're all tomboys and we all need to get together. So
we definitely hang out with a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I was there and I was like, I have no armrests. But I think it's the one on your right.
Oh, or the one on your left.
Okay, but the thing is, if we're talking about an airplane though, and there's like the 3 seats.
So there's a 1, there's 2, 3, there's 4 places for your arms to go.
I think for the courtesy of the poor person in the middle seat, give them both the fucking armrests.
Give them both sides.
Give them both sides. The person on the aisle can have their aisle armrest. The person on the window can have their window armrest. Give the middle person both armrests.
But the middle person can't get upset when the person closest to the window has to touch the armrest to push the button to recline.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
They can't get mad.
They can't get mad. They got two middle. The middle seat is the freaking worst on an airplane.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Ryan, one of our friends, he's like, I love the process of being at the airport.
I love
being on an airplane.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I love it. But it's so weird because I have never found anyone who's like in the middle about it. You either really love the process or you're like, how are we in the year 2023 and we haven't figured it out? The airport process is garbage.
It really is.
Garbage.
But I think the American system is garbage.
Okay. Hot take.
Hot take. I mean, it's a take for sure. It's I think I've been lucky enough to travel a bit, and
Bitch, you travel on Emirates?
Yes.
Yay!
I've flown on Emirates.
Once you go Emirates, you never go back. That's how I feel about Delta. That's our Delta.
Delta's fine. But I think that especially in Europe, they have these I don't know, even doing security is a whole different way, and it's much more efficient.
I will counter because I have a story to share about my time with Norwegian Airlines.
Okay, Norwegian is just they're different. But tell me your story.
Okay, so I was flying back from Paris.
Okay.
And for some reason, I had to land in Norway then to get home. And basically, they checked my bags. It's early in the goddamn morning. Everything is good. I had nothing but carry-ons, and everybody was Gucci. I don't tend to ever take enough to put it under the plane because I don't like waiting and looking for
check
it.
Bags.
Not a check bag lady. That's not my game. So then I get to Norway, and I have half an hour between flights. Cool, whatever. Still the same amount of shit I brought on the first time. And so I'm about to get my little, I think I had to get another stub or something like that, whatever. But I'm basically past having to get my shit checked at the whatchamacallit, TSA. And so I'm like,
security.
Security. So I'm like, all right, I need to go in now. We're getting on this airplane. Okay. And they're like, you have too much shit. Your bag is too heavy. And I'm like, what are you saying right now? That you either have to throw it away right here, or you have to pay $100. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you, I just checked in. I flew this flight.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
It's okay. That just brought up a horror story that I had with flying through Heathrow.
Oh my God.
And if you ever flown through Heathrow, you have to, when you land, you have to do inter-transit security again.
Okay.
And that was even more of a shit show. So I was flying. Our flight originated in Dallas. We transited through Heathrow, and we were continuing on to Mumbai. And we were in Heathrow. We got off, and we had like everything. Every country has like their different.
They're different, yeah.
Yeah, different rules and whatever. So we land there, and they're like, okay, you have too much like
Shit.
too much like toiletries or whatever. And it's like you need to put it all, and they're still doing like the quart bags and everything. And I know like we're technically still doing that here in the US, but they don't give a shit.
No.
And they're like, all right,
They
you
don't
can't
give a
bring
fuck.
this, you can't bring this. And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Actually, okay, I take everything I said back about the Europeans having a better system. I'm just remembering Denmark. I was having an issue there too.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Just it's all fucked up.
I got to share my unproudest moment of that trip.
Oh yes, please.
I said, no, I'm not paying this. And then I walked in and they tried to stop me a little bit, but I walked faster.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing. They left. I just was looking left, looking right. Power walk through this bitch.
Nope. Sorry.
Nope,
I gotta go. I gotta get my coffee. I gotta get coffee. I don't have time for this.
I'm not opening my package and throwing shit out, you crazy person.
No.
This is not a starting flight. This is a middle of my flight.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And so they were like, wait, you can't go in there. And I'm like, watch me. And so basically it took another, 35 minutes to actually get up into the sky. And for 35 minutes, it felt like a week. And I was like, they're going to kick me off my flight.
Oh my God. We should have like an entire episode where you just talk horror story rave about like travel stuff. I can tell you I have some horror stories about travel.
I love it. We'll have to have you come back.
Please do.
Okay. So what hot tea do you have for the studio today as we wrap it up?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, this is going to be like celebrity hot tea.
Let's go. I don't know any of it.
I am fully enjoying this whole shit show that's going down between like Prince Harry and the royal family.
Oh my God. I don't know any of
Oh.
it. Okay. Give us your Cliff Notes and go.
God. Okay. So, basically, all right, Harry and Meghan moved to States after separating from the royal family.
Yes.
Harry released his memoir called Spare, which does not spare any detail about like some really personal stuff, including like his frostbite penis and shit like that.
Oh my God. Also, did you mention the part where his name is Harry, yet he's losing his hair? No? Okay, continue.
The whole family's losing their hair. But basically, I've always known, like, I'm against like colonization, like I'm kind of pretty much like anti-monarchy and all this stuff. And I'm really loving how
trauma.
the trauma. Like, I just loving how he's coming for like the senior royals. Like, I love how he's like, just like coming after Will and Kate, because I knew they're too nice. They're too nice on the outside. I'm like, there's something going on there.
No one's perfect.
Yeah,
you can't be perfect.
I just love this whole feud that's happening. I'm loving sitting back and watching it. I'm loving it.
I love it
so much. Because I'm like, they're finally getting theirs. Like, they're finally, and I do think that like Harry and Meghan are maybe profiting a little bit too much off of all this.
Well, that's the hard part. You're like, wait, hold on. Are you really that sad? How are you making this much money? You can't correlate both.
Yeah, but
No
I do love that they're like, this whole feud is actually happening. It's making me. It's so delicious.
So what's
watch.
like the hottest thing right now that's out?
I think the hottest thing out is that William beat up Harry. he beat him up over Meghan.
Wow.
Something like that. And the big whole thing where like Meghan and Kate like didn't talk for a while, it was because Kate wouldn't share her fucking lip gloss.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This
big
stupid
thing where everyone was like, oh my God, they're having a feud. It was all over. They finally said what it was about, and it was like they were at an event. And
that's so rich.
Yeah.
That's so rich because it's like, you're so, we put you guys on these insane, what do you call that guy at the gym?
Vulture
Vulture pedestal at the gym. And they're like fighting over fucking lip gloss. And they've just for so long been so good about hiding like how human and fickle and stupid everyone is in that group of people. And it's like, no, you're actually not any better than we are. You just have money. And like,
and I just love how they're coming for them like over that, like how like there's a lot of backlash now about like, you know, like the whole trip to like the Caribbean and how they're realizing, wow, you guys are still having a lot of influence over these like colonized countries and you really shouldn't. So I'm really loving that.
Go Barbados, get it.
Yeah.
Free yourself, Barbados.
Free yourselves.
Yeah, it's funny because Josh and I were having that conversation. Two things. Josh always gets compared to Harry. And so every time,
oh my God, I see that. I never thought about that.
Yeah, he always,
yeah.
But also, so they're always like, oh my God, Jess, you're Megan. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I'm what everyone considers to be a crazy biatch. No, it's true.
She's not crazy.
She's not crazy.
She's not crazy.
Hot take.
She's just traumatized.
She has trauma.
She has a trauma.
But, you know, down with the monarchy.
Down with the monarchy. Down with colonization.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It was a fun Galentine. Are you on Bumble still or no?
Not really.
That's okay.
I realize I like being by myself.
You're ebbing and flowing.
I'm ebbing and flowing.
And honestly, it's so underrated. I do remember like before Josh came around, I had a solid year of like, I'm going to therapy, I'm going to travel, went all over the place, started the podcast, like, and it was a solid year. I mean, having Josh is really nice, but even that, like, we knew going into it, we're like, all right, we're going to have like legitimate conversations about what expectations are. And then like, and if we don't immediately kind of meet that, then we should probably not waste our time.
Yeah. I really just like being by myself and I like, you know, doing things by myself and I'm okay with that.
Hey, it's a beautiful time to be a strong, independent woman. Yes. And don't get picked up by the vultures at the gym.
Up by the vulture.
Yeah.
Safe.
Well, all right, guys, we're wrapping up the show. And if you were looking for anything to incentivize a reason to celebrate anything today, wow, the longest way of saying just a reason to celebrate. Today is Happy Molasses Bar Day. So if you want to go get in on that, it's National Boy Scout Day. I don't know if you
Molasses bar.
Oh, no. Opera Day. National Iowa Day. Don't know why Iowa needs a day. Propose Day. So like if you're going to go and propose, today is the day, I guess. National Kite Flying Day, not to be confused with Flying a Kite Day. And my fave of all, it's Laugh and Get Rich Day. And I don't think they actually meant money, but I just keep thinking of getting, you know, in a heist. Getting involved in a heist and running away with bags of money.
Mad money.
Mad money.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I just want to give a shout out to Sent to Destroy Studios with Chris Bonifay. Thank you for having us here in your man spooky cave, per usual. Creative producer Joshua Taylor for coming in and helping with some stuff. Extra equipment. The reason we can see Sarita today is because of Ted Lee Jones. And visual graphics that we see on social media is because of Eric Ayala. And thank you, Sarita, for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah! And last but not least, thank you, listeners, for tuning in every single week. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe because it helps us out big time. Make sure to follow Sarita at
curry.cupcake.
Yes, you heard right. Curry.cupcake.
Curry cupcake.
Don't forget to follow the pod at TALKSNSIPS and myself at JFox with 2 X's and 2 underscores. Feel free to write in at talksandsips@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have a meme or some content you want us to, you know, pretty much dissect, get into all of that, you can reach out at thegmail.com. And if you'd like to support the show, make sure to check out the Patreon. And lastly, message the pod if you'd like some merch. We got hats. And what else? That's it. I am Jay Fox, and we'll see you later. Bye. Bye. And with that,